Hello everyone, Soprano Theories here, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be ranking Sopranos characters. A few things before we get started: these aren't all the characters that we saw throughout the course of the series, as this is just the main core of the show that we saw throughout the 6 seasons. With the Sopranos featuring over 1,000 characters, if I wanted to do a ranking video of all those characters, that would be an extremely long video and list. But I may do that down the road, but for now, we are going to be ranking the core characters that we saw throughout the show. Before we get started, be sure to click subscribe and click the bell to get notifications on all upcoming Sopranos content. And if you don't know, I'm currently giving away a Sopranos Monopoly as a thank you for reaching 30,000 subscribers. So if you want to learn more on how you can win a Sopranos Monopoly, a link will be in the description below. Now, the ranking for this video will solely be based off the characters' actions in the show, not the actors who played the characters and whether or not they did a good job, but rather this is my interpretation on their likability and attributes. Again, this is my opinion, so if I decide to put one of your favorite characters in a lower category, I do apologize. And if you want to make your very own tier list, a link will be in the description below. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, I have 6 categories here, world class being number 1, fan favorite, really good, acceptable, don't do much for me, and annoying being very last. So let's get right into this video. I'm just going to get these out of the way here by putting Tony Soprano number 1 at world class. I mean, how can you not love Tony Soprano? Seriously, like, unbelievable. And next to that, of course, will be Carmela. And Dr. Melfi right beside her. And Christopher Moltisanti. Uncle Jr., we'll put him ahead of probably Dr. Melfi. If we can, there we go. And we're going to We'll put Livia and Uncle Jr. here together. So in my opinion, the world-class characters, let's add a few more here, actually. You know what? Let's see. Quite a few, actually. We're just going to keep going here. Okay, so there we have it. In my opinion, the world-class characters consist of Tony, Carmela, Uncle Jr., Livia, Dr. Melfi, Janice. You know, we should put Janice ahead of maybe Dr. Melfi. Dr. Melfi, Christopher, Paulie, and Silvio round out the world-class tier, in my opinion. Let's go to fan favorites here, and I'm going to go with Big Pussy and Adriana right here. Of course, we're going to put Bobby in there as well. Furio or Fudio. You know, I feel like these 4 here were really fan favorites. Again, with, let's say, Phil Leotardo and Ralph. I mean, Ralph had some really classic lines. All these characters really did. But in my opinion, these are fan favorites. Let's add Artie Bucco in there as well. You know, I feel like I am missing some world-class characters, and maybe just one. We're going to put Meadow in here for now. We might change it later, but her and AJ were really super spoiled throughout the course of the show, and honestly, in my opinion, they really got under my skin. The more you watch it, the more you realize how spoiled they are, and just how much Meadow becomes like her mother, and AJ is just a delusional mental freak. So yeah, we're gonna grab a few more characters here. Doesn't do much for me would be Carlo. Carlo doesn't really do anything for me. He has a few, like, you know, good lines. He comes here and there. I mean, I don't really care for Carlo, and I don't really care for Carmine Lupertazzi. The same can honestly be said for Tony Blundetto. I mean, he was really annoying. Honestly, we should put him in annoying, but maybe we might leave him here. But he was always making fun of Christopher. I don't know. It was just something about Tony B that rubbed me the wrong way. Patsy, too, doesn't do much for me. I don't know what it is. He's kind of grumpy. He's stuck up. You know, he tried to kill Tony, let's be honest. So we'll put really good in Vito. Jackie Jr. and AJ can go into annoying. No particular order here. They are both extremely annoying. AJ is just spoiled, and so is Jackie Jr. They are both, just annoying. Doesn't do much for me, or annoying for Richie April. I mean, probably annoying. He was always bugging Tony, giving him those Manson lips. I mean, he and Uncle Junior tried to take Tony out. We'll put really good here for Johnny Sack. You know what? Actually, let's move him. Let's move him right next to Phil Leotardo into fan favorites. We're going to move Artie Bucco actually down here into acceptable. Gloria Trillo we'll just put into acceptable as well. And Rosalie April. Where shall we put Rosalie? Let's see here. Honestly, I'm just going to put her into doesn't do much for me. Even though I feel really bad for her having lost, her husband to cancer, and then Jackie was, shot, and, she was countlessly lied to about who killed her son. It's just terrible, actually. But yeah, as of right now, this is what we have here for my Soprano characters tier ranking list. Let's just go over it and see if we want to change anything. So in World Class, we have Tony, Carmela, Uncle Junior, Livia, Janice, Dr. Melfi. Let's put Dr. Melfi ahead of Janice, actually. Christopher Moltisanti, Polly Walnuts, and Silvio can go together. And Meadow rounds out World Class. I'm still stuck on whether or not I want to have Meadow in World Class. Honestly, I don't know. We'll leave her for now, but you know what? Maybe we'll put her into fan favorites, and we'll put Phil or Johnny into World Class. I can't decide. They're both absolutely amazing. You know what? Let's put them both in there. Screw it. You know what? Honestly, World Class is going to consist of over half the characters on this list. I don't care. Screw it. I mean, the show is tremendous. The acting is impeccable. It is just to die for. We'll put Adriana there and Phil. Fan favorites, we'll put Pussy here, though, and Bobby and Furio. We'll put Ralph over here. Just because I feel like they really are fan favorites. I mean, they were really good, but they're a little better than really good. You know what? Just because Vito did that little thing with his blood pressure, we're going to put him down to acceptable. And we'll put Artie Bucco into really good, Even though he was annoying coming over all the time and interrupting dinners, especially that infamous scene with Tony and Carmela when she decides to get a divorce. But yeah, we'll put him into really good. So, World Class here, we've changed it a little bit. Tony, Carmela, Uncle Junior, Livia, Dr. Melfi, Janice, Chrissy, Polly, Silvio, Adriana, Johnny Sack, and Phil Leotardo round out World Class. In fan favorites, we have Big Pussy, Bobby, Furio, Ralph, and Meadow. And of course, in really good, we have Artie Bucco. And acceptable right now, we have Vito and Gloria Trillo. Gloria was a psycho, but we'll put her into acceptable for now. I honestly think my doesn't do much for me category is pretty fair. I mean, Carlo was just there for me. Carmine Lupertazzi was, he was a better boss than John, always bringing in money and all that, but I don't know. He was just there for me. He didn't do anything for John when Ralph made the joke about Ginny. Tony B was just right from the get-go. He had Tony under his wing, and Tony was feeding him all this stuff, the casino and all that, and he got lucky with that score of the drugs and the money on the side of the road. Patsy, honestly, he doesn't do much for me. He tried to kill Tony and Rosalie April. For me, she's just there, and she's always like in a stress, in a panic, having a cigarette. So we'll leave her there. And then annoying for me, ironically, we have two Aprils and AJ. So Jackie Jr., Richie April, and AJ round out annoying. Well, I think that's my list here for the Soprano characters ranked on this tier maker list. Of course, if you enjoyed this content, be sure to click like, click subscribe, and click the bell, and click the link in the description below on how you can find out how you can win a Sopranos Monopoly. Leave a comment down below on whether or not you agree or disagree with my rankings here, and if you want to make your own little rankings, the link will be in the description below. And let me know if you would want to see a part 2 of this series. As always, for more Sopranos content and the many Saints of Newark content, keep it locked here, right here on this channel.